day 1 hata hujajuana na mwalimu yote. So principal akaniuliza, wewe ni kama ulipoa expulsion Kisumu Day na umekuja hapa pia kutusumbua.
Uliingia kusumbua.
Yeah, I think that is the best experience apart from kuuza kamera ya shule. That was the best experience.
High school level?
Yeah.
Ulishashika kamera na ukauza?
Yeah.
How did you do it? How did you even get hold of a school camera?
First term nilienda 42 schools. Nikasema this is where I should be. Nilienda nimelipwa 3,262. We are currently trying very much to change the thinking of our youth. They always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So we won't teach these new politicians new tricks. What we want to do is to come in with these new tricks as new young politicians.
New politicians.
Yes, or as new young leaders. Because as youths now we believe we are not going in as politicians, but we are going in for leadership.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for your continued support. We are really growing in numbers and we are loving it. This is RNN, and today I'm having a very, very close friend and a good guest for us, and I'll just want him to introduce himself.
Thank you very much. Hi everyone, my name is Martin Fusa. I come from Embakasi West, that is Umoja 2. Yeah, I think that is enough.
For now, that is enough. Thank you so much, Martin. Today, and welcome to the Inspire to Aspire show, where here we are bringing hope, here we are selling the best part. And guys, I just want to let you know that we are having the person for you. And today we are all about trajectory and getting a little bit into politics. So I hope you're going to love this, and please engage down there. Just engage. So Martin, you've introduced yourself and where you come from.
Yeah.
But I want to take you all the way back. Kabisa tuanze na who is Martin? Where was Martin born? How was your childhood? All the way.
Very interesting. Okay, I'll try to recap because I have a lot. But Martin is a simple person. Locally, tunaita ushago. They call him Daddy. I was named after my grandfather, that is Martin Oyuga. I was born in Migori County, that is in Awendo sub-county, next to Sony Sugar hapo kwa miwa. Sisi ndio wale watamu.
Bila sukari.
Wango. Chai lazima ijai na sugar. So yeah, I grew up in Sony Sugar up to I think class 4. In class 4, that's when my dad passed, and then that's where everything in my life changed. I started interacting with cities. So the first time I was taken by my guardian, my aunt. We lived with her in Kisumu. I studied in Kondele Primary.
Can I stop you a little and take you back? Now when dad passed, was mom still around at this time?
Yeah, mom was around. Funny enough, when dad passed, mom was expectant. So when we were burying, mom delivered. So it was a very,
it was a busy.
So mom was there, and mom has been there ever since. Ever since dad passed, she's been the one who has been there as mom and dad.
Okay.
Until the time that I was able to be dad.
We are going to get there. But for now, let's now go. You said you were taken by your aunt?
Yeah, I was taken in by my aunt. I studied in Kondele Primary. Tukapambana pale, tukamaliza primary. Nikaingia high school pale nilienda Kisumu Day. Auntie alikaa pale akaona hii ni shule ya watu vichwa ngumu, huyu kijana uongo hiyo. Toa yeye hapo.
Uko katikati ya town.
Katikati ya town unaenda day school unapanda bodaboda. Unajua pale tukapanda bodaboda. Ile unalipa 10 bob inakupeleka kuteremsha mpaka shule. Kichwa ilikuwa ngumu pale, unatoka shule ile time unajisikia. Auntie akaona hapana. Huyu tukimwacha hapa ataharibikia hapa. Akasema nataka kumpeleka boarding. Nikatafutiwa shule huko ushago huko ndani huko Migori. Penye wanajua huyu akiepa kuna mahali ataenda huko ushago. So ulikuwa najaribu kuepa hivi, alafu shule yetu nilikuwa Migori Boys. Hapo juu ni mochari. So ukijaribu kuruka fence pande ni mochari. Ukiruka hii side nyingine ni jela.
Hiyo ni shule gani?
Migori Boys. Ukiruka hii pande nyingine unaingia kwa jela.
Unajilock.
Unajifunga mwenyewe. So huwezi hepa shule. Uko shule full time. So nikamalizia hapo form 4. Hapo ndio nilisoma mpaka form 4. Form 1 nilifanya Kisumu Day, ndio nikatolewa day school, alafu nikapelekwa boarding form 3, form 2 mpaka form 4. The only interesting part I can remember in Migori Boys is my first day in school. Tumeingia hivi nisha change into Migori Boys school uniform, nikapelekwa kwa ofisi ya principal. Day 1 hata hujajuana na mwalimu yote. So principal akaniuliza, wewe ni kama ulipoa expulsion Kisumu Day na umekuja hapa pia kutusumbua.
Uliingia kusumbua.
Yeah, I think that is the best experience apart from kuuza kamera ya shule. That was the best experience.
High school level?
Yeah.
Ulishashika kamera na ukauza?
Yeah.
How did you do it? How did you even get hold of a school camera?
I was the chairman of journalism club.
Oh, okay.
So we used to take photos. So this time, the current president, Ruto, he was not even the president by then. I think he was the deputy, or he was vying to be the deputy. He came for a fundraising in our school. So we had a journalism camera. So we took photos. Then I went to the principal and told him, we have a lot of photos. Na nikamwonyesha picha ya Ruto hapo na yeye wakipiga pamoja. Nikamwambia, so I want to go to town, niende nioshe, nikulete. Akatoa budget ya kuosha over 200 photos. Juu kulikuwa na za students na za shule mzima. And then mimi pale, principal wangu ukiona hii ni samehe. Ayo pataona.
Meaning hakuwaijua.
Ya kujua. Mimi nikaenda pale town na kamera ikabaki town na mimi nikarudi shule.
Na ulirudi na picha?
Na picha zikarudi.
Any repercussion?
We were soon closing. So vile tulifunga shule nikaenda home. Nikapata rafiki yangu alikuwa anafika Bay, nikapeana kamera. Tukirudi shule, I was in form 4. Tukirudi shule tuliambiwa kila journalism club member was to pay 2,000 shillings to compensate for the camera because tulisema ilipotea.
Unajua umefungua vita, kuna mtu alilipa 2K baada amekacha.
I will pay that 2,000. Now I'm able to.
Kuna mtu mahali amekacha alilipa. Kama hawakulipa.
They paid, everybody paid except
and
me.
The money you sold the camera, was it worth it?
No, it was not worth it.
Was it part of your 2K? Ilikuwa kidogo sana milipita ama?
It was that 2K.
Uliuza 2K alafu umerudisha 2K.
I was in high school, I needed some pocket money. I was staying in the village alone. Nilipelekwa huko Ushago.
Yo ukora, bado ukora.
Nilipata Yesu. Nikaokoka.
Wacha nisikupeleke mbio, nisikupeleke.
Nilipata Yesu, nikaokoka. Basi na hiyo ukora, niko tu na ujanja.
So, bado uko Kisumu, umemaliza form 4, unauza kamera, then
no, nikiuza kamera sikuwa Kisumu. Nikiuza kamera sasa nilikuwa na stay Ushago.
Ushago kabisa.
Peke yangu. My mom was in Nairobi with my siblings. Wengine walikuwa kwa shosho yangu. So ni mimi tu nilikuwa Ushago peke yangu.
Are you the first born?
No. I'm the second born.
Second born.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lady, then me. Then I have twins, then the last one.
Oh, nice. Niko na twin kwa family. That's nice. Awesome. Now, I met you in Nairobi. And I met you, I don't know if I should break it down, but I met you in production.
Of course.
How did you get to Nairobi?
You are sure you want to hear this story?
I want the details. Like how did you get to Nairobi? Because tulikuacha Ushago.
Okay. So immediately after form 4, nimemaliza tu form 4 pale, mimi ni kijana barobaro. Nimeguza life ya Kisumu kidogo pale Kondele, pale Obunga, Kenyari pale tumetembea. So maisha ya town naona ni interesting. So pale Ushago nimemaliza shule. Of course, me kwa mse handy. I like doing handworks, tech. So nacheza na laptop, computer. Kuna beshte yangu tu ananiambia kuna cyber fulani hapa kwa center. unaweza piga shughuli since hauna job, so naamua kuingia hapo. Day 1 tu nimeguza tu hivi laptop, mwenye cyber amesema bro wewe ndio mtu wa hii shughuli, ingia ka. Day 1 hiyo day 1 jioni anko yangu ananipigia, umemaliza form 4 ndio? Kuna duka nimefungua, nataka kujuka hapa Nairobi. My friend, nili flee from that cyber. Ushaona ile opportunity. Kitu umekuwa ukingoja kuenda town.
Mchezo wa town. Maneno haya si mageni.
I came to town. It was a long story. I was only able to sit in that shop for 3 months. Then I left the shop. I don't want to get into details. Then from the shop, I started now. I am very interested in art, so nikaanza kuingia theater. That is a set book production. Pale unapata tunaingia shule, tunaigiza vitabu zile wanasoma. Yeah, so I started doing that pale, tukaingia shule. First term nilienda 42 schools. Nikasema this is where I should be. Nilienda up nimelipwa 3,262. Na hiyo time imagine tu bob bado ilikuwa inafanya.
Schools ama each school?
Within the 42 schools, those are one term has how many months? 3 months.
3 months.
Ndio? Those are 3 months. So those are 3 months pay.
3 busy months.
Yeah. 3 busy months pay, ujaonekana home. Umekuanga ukitravel for job.
So kila mwezi ni tao.
So kila mwezi ni katao na coins juu, katao na coins juu. Mamangu alishika hivyo bahasha kwanza, akaiangalia hivi akaniuliza, what is this? Rent ya 3 months inakungoja. Kila kitu inakungoja, home ulipe bills, what. Madhali alishikwa na alisema wewe kijana, hii ndio kitu umeamua kufanya hii Nairobi, then umelose, maisha yako imepotea. But nili insist, nikaendelea na hiyo theater moja. But through that theater ndio nika explore other arts, other talents that I had, like camera work, editing, because tukienda theater unapata tunapiga few clips, tuna edit, tuna shoot, tunafanya nini. So that's when pia wase waka realize na bro kufiti na hii kitu, you can do something in this. So from that wase kuniambia tu hivyo, nikaamua tu kuingia sasa fully into production. So nafanya theater na nafanya production. Nikipata ka model pale ananipea 300, naingia nampiga mapicha 2-3. With my 2 skills I edit it, namtumia, anabambika, ananirifia best yake. Nikafika point where I can do film, nikafika point where I can do music, production. And through that, the good thing with the art industry, wase u network tu, wase u connect. You connect.
It's broad.
And then you find. So out of that, now we started doing film, a little bit of film and photography. Now that is when we met.
I think this is where now we are meeting.
That is now
when
the point.
You're now deep into production. And now you've started.
I've started it.
And by the way, guys, let me just let you know that he is part of the team that also shot my very first videos. I had Ayot, then we've worked with him and Ayot at the same time. Also, there are a few sets that he used to do. He writes some skits that I think I did an appearance at Tukijaribu Talent.
It was good though.
Tukijaribu Talent, and he's been proceeding. But now, Martin, I want to just jump on straight because we are moving from here. You've been in production, and I've known you as a producer, I've known you as a creative. Then politics. What got you into politics, or rather, where is the interest in politics? Because knowing you all this time, I did not see the political side of you. Okay, apart from the part that I saw your music, you produced a music for a politician. How did you change into politics? Or rather, how did you get into politics?
We say there are some seed in us, ni kujaminate tu hazijajaminate. There's something in you, ni kutoka tu haijatoka. So for politics, I believe it's been running in me. I've been in school politics, trying to balance here and there. I've been outside here in community activities, but it's you know, community activity is political because you have to deal with the masses, you have to control resources and all that, and that is politics. So that is where it all began. And getting into politics, I developed an intrigue around 3 years ago when I was working closely with that is my area representative, that is Deuri MP. By that time we were running some youth programs, and children programs. Yeah, we were running some art programs for children and youth and even adults, guitar, music classes, any art classes. We had a structure where we were running all those. So seeing how everything was being run and being able to learn everything from the source, not being told a story that even ndio vile MP anafaa kurana ofisi ya CDF. Unaona you are there akisign, unaona ni ngapi zinawekwa hii side, unaona ni youth mgani anaitwa kuja tukuweke kwa hii ofisi, and then you see so this is how this thing is being done. You see, and you see tuki grow up, we grew up in a very interesting generation. And I continue telling everybody, tuli grow up kwa Kibaki generation. This is the generation that Kibaki ensured alitupea all the knowledge, everything there, from social studies tulilearn, tukajua kuna Nyanza, kuna Rift Valley, kuna nini, to now how is government run. Unaona, alitufunza all that, and all that we have them here. That is number one. And we are looking at this minority running this thing the way they want and the way they have been ever since.
Not the way the structure
Not the way it's supposed to be structured. So I just sat down and thought and said, if I can sell this idea to one person, then that one person can sell it to the second person, and then it can go, it can become a web.
So that's how a chain is formed.
Yes, and that's how we've been creating an impact through politics, and that's how I dived into politics deeply. Because even currently, I'm moving from constituency to constituency. Yesterday we were performing at, I think it's Kawangware, between Kawangware and Dagoretti.
Let us not take them.
Sorry.
Sorry. Because tushafika kwa current, and you've just dived into politics at this time.
Yeah.
Now there was a seat for me to know that you got into politics.
Yeah.
I saw you vying for a position that you are actually leading.
Of course.
And I was like, oh, this is the Martin that I know. Ndio ako hapa. Naona graph yake iko tu uko. And I really wanted to know, what is this thing? And do we even know it as a people in the nation? Do we know that such things exist? And if they do, what impact do they have? What was that role? If you can...
the role. I'll start a little bit from behind.
And if you're open also about the voting structure and what you think about it.
So I'll start a little bit from behind. You've talked about roles. The thing that is really affecting us, especially I'm talking on behalf of youths. Where I am, I'm advocating for youths.
For youths,
Yes. Everywhere I am, my advocate, everything is for youth. So for us as youths, we don't even know the dockets that are there. Unaona, haujui kuna positions gani na gani na gani na wanafanya nini. So you can't hold that person accountable. Unajua tu kuna MCA, lakini hujui hapa kwa MCA kuna nani na nani na nani kwa hiyo ofisi. Alafu huyu MCA anafaa kufanya nini? Unaona, unajua kuna MP, lakini wewe unajua tu MP, lakini hujui kwa hiyo ofisi ya MP kuna nani na nani na nani. Unaona, haya roles za MP ni gani, na watu wanaweka kwa ofisi yake roles zao ni gani? Unaona? So sisi kama youths, first of all, tunafaa kujua hizi roles na hizi positions that are there because they are for us. Tumejificha from these positions, ndio maana watu wenye wafai wanachukua hizo positions. And we see that is the norm now. Ni kitu normal.
It is lack of information that is holding the youth back.
Yes. So youths need to know these things. These positions are there straight from the MCA up to the president.
Is there sensitization that is being done to make sure that the youth?
Yes, currently we are carrying out sensitization, working with so many organizations. I will not mention them, but we are carrying out sensitization. By next month, we will have an event in my area, that is Embakasi West. We go per constituency, and we want to go nationwide. After my constituency, we'll go to Migori County. So we are doing a sensitization on youth, on these roles, on their importance of governance, because you know, as a youth, you should know that your thinking, your decision, your mind matters in politics.
In politics.
Unajua kitambo, hata mimi nikigrow, ile time ya ndizi, chungwa, yes, no, mimi nilikuwa nasemanga siasa ni ya wazee. No. That is how we left it.
That is how it was portrayed, and that is how we were seeing it.
Yes.
Na sisi tulikuwa tunajua chungwa, like where the majority are is where you lie.
Yes.
Your family, when your family is covered with orange, there's no way you can eat a banana.
Of course.
So you just drink orange juice all through.
Yeah.
So are you seeing a change in that?
We are currently trying very much to change the thinking of our youth. They always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So we won't teach these new politicians new tricks. What we want to do is to come in with these new tricks as young politicians.
New politicians.
Yes, or as new young leaders. Because as youths now, we believe we are not going in as politicians, but we are going in for leadership. We are going to lead. We are not going to politic. Politicking is all about, when you tell a Kenyan politician, it's all about stealing money and doing bad things.
And making big, making it big.
Yes.
In a span of your first term, you're supposed to be a billionaire or a millionaire.
You're supposed to be running with 10 cars and all that. But for us, personally, my kind of leadership is, I'm going for a leadership where we are all growing together. You see, whereby you have your people, an equal representation, whereby ukona gorofa, you are able to build a gorofa, then your neighbor also should be able to do that.
To build a gorofa.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I get into your politics and where we are going, for us to understand every details, I want to take you back to the Gen Z movement.
Okay.
How deep or how involved, or rather, nisikuitiwe, utaitiwa nainai. But from the level behind, not inside, how was, from your view, how was the Gen Z movement? And do you think it has changed the story of Kenyan politics, or it was just a wave that has been flown?
The Gen Z movement is not a wave. This is not something common, something normal. And I want you to, if people do their research well, I want them to check. When you see immediately the 25th June happened, we have had more than 7 bridges that have happened worldwide. It's a sparkle. It sparkled something. That is the first initiative in inafaa kukuonyesha. It wasn't just something that happened.
It was big.
Yeah, it is something big. Because immediately after us, I think it was Bangkok. After Bangkok, it was another country. So it has been happening on and on and on. Now, when we come back now to our country, the Gen Z movement, it was not common because it is not common to see a president just because of a common demonstration shuffling the entire cabinet and saying I've done away with the cabinet. And number 2, I've done away with the finance bill. You see, those are 2 important things in a country. Those are 2 important things that runs a country, that if a country lacks those things, this country risks falling. If a country doesn't have the CSS and the PSS who are running the country, then it means these dockets will not be run. Our international how do you call it? Foreign affairs. Yes, our foreign affairs office will not run, meaning will not be able to communicate with anybody who is doing business from. We see such activities, when they are affected, it means it's a great deal. For the president to reach a point where I decide this was my trust in this docket, but I don't want him because you people have said these people are incompetent. That was the direct word, right? You people have said these people are incompetent, meaning what we have done has an impact. Right? And finally, now in every household, and I've done this experiment. In every household that you go in, most of the elderly, most of our parents, they will say, sisi tunangoja Gen Z watupange. Right? That is the communication that is now going on in our houses. Sisi tunangoja Gen Z watupange.
Itaenda venye kutakuwa.
So, does that answer your question? Was it impactful?
It was impactful if there's that change, and if the parents, because parents used to dictate for us even who to vote for.
Yeah.
And right now, the parents wanategemea Gen Z. So the Gen Zs, they have the power. But are the Gen Zs active when it comes to voting? Do they even know what it takes to be on that polling?
Now they say in every area there has to be a mountain to climb. Now that is our mountain to climb. I've told you we are doing sensitization. You know, these Gen Zs, some of them are very young. Some of them even don't know what is politics. What is this governance? Why should I even vote? Most of them, I talk to them and they're telling me, mbona nipige kura? Why should I even go and register as a voter? But our main aim now as now people who want to take this leadership, because now it is our responsibility to convince them chukua kura. Now it is us to show them the importance of that simple thing. Yana kura tu hiyo mbona niende tu nipange line.
Being a democratic country, we make in quotes because for us we've learned that we are democratic, but are we really democratic as a nation?
Not really.
Following through the politics that has been happening in our nation, I personally will say that we are not a democratic country. Democracy is just, it's not practice. So we have to convince, or rather you guys are convincing the Gen Zs to participate on their democratic rights that they are not seeing.
That is part of the revolt. You see, the Gen Z, which I'm part of, when we...
You are actually a Gen Z.
Yeah, I'm a very active Gen Z who... Okay, we are not afraid to say who actively participated in the June 25th. We were part of the people who pushed for the June 25th. We were part of the people who were followed by black cars, who had to flee. For me, I had to flee to Runyenjes. I'm not even from that area. I went to Mount Kenya. Na mimi stoki hata huko natoka the other side of just to confuse the radar.
So that they do not find.
Yeah. So we have been actively involved in it, and as the Gen Z, we will not relent.
Are you safe now?
Nobody is safe in this country.
Are you willing to risk it all?
I have risked it all because talking of, I'll give you one simple risk in a simple paragraph. When the last demonstration was being held, that is the after bridging the parliament, and then akina Kibet walishikwa, waliabductiwa. Hiyo time akina the London brothers pia waliabductiwa. Akina Kibet waliabductiwa kwa sijui wapi huko penye walipelekwa. Now we were planning one final demonstration. And for those who are following during that time, the first initiative ilikuwa tuende town. We were to go to town. And then we sat with a few of my youths too, tukapiga story, tukaona it's not making sense wase kuenda town, and we've been going to town. So we decided, let's not go to town, let's occupy all the major roads. So we decided we will not go into town. We will occupy the major roads. So I was the one who I was the one who prepared the poster. The one for all the roads.
We detailed who's behind the poster.
We detailed all the roads. Manyanja Road, Jogo Road, all the roads in Nairobi zenye zinaingia CBD. Tukaambia wase na nikatuma. Now the mistake that happened, ikatoka na watermark yangu. Unaona posters zote za demonstration hazitoki na watermark. So hiyo day,
we didn't know who is actually producing them.
Hiyo day ilitoka na watermark. Na vile nilipush hivi kwa group ya ku spread, immediately nilituma hivi, the first person ku post alikuwa Osama, anaitwa Osama Otero, ni influencer wa Twitter. Huyu mwenye alihost president. Huyu mwenye alihost president. Yeye ndiye alikuwa mtu wa kwanza kuipost. So ile design amekuwa kwanza kuipost, nimeenda hivi Twitter, the first thing naona hapo juu kwa poster ni logo yangu. Team Fusa. So that is why I had to safisha. So when it's risking, we have all been through that risk. Nilifuatwa na magari, hiyo siogopi kusema. But out of ile information, tumekuwa na team yetu, by the way yenye natupea information ya crew, okay, this is very deep, but tumekuwa na yenye natupea information ya security. Bro, uko kwa rada ya DCI, safisha. Unatafutwa, safishwa. Nimeona jina yako kwa list, safisha.
At least if you have intel and guidance, that one is making it a little bit safer when it comes to all this, because in everything we risk, but there are bigger risks. And because of this, I want to ask the people that have been abducted, sorry to those who lost their lives during this, and but the people that were abducted and came back, have you guys had a chance to even meet one of them? Or two, or even see them from a closer distance, or their relatives?
Yeah, there are some we've communicated with.
Are they okay?
They are not okay. You cannot be okay after coming from that place. That is why immediately we always say we say it as a joke in our groups and in where we are, that immediately blue boys wamekuchukua, once you are gone, unarudi ukiwa na two option. Either unarudi ukiwa NIS.
NIS is what?
National Intelligence Service. Unarudi kwa collectia information.
Data.
Ama unarudi ukiwa huko sawa.
Mentally they interfere
with you because the torture and everything that is going on there, even you had the people from Kitengela narrating what they went through. So that is what goes there. So you cannot come out of that place and still be able, because what they are doing is instilling fear. They want you, when you come out of that place, usiyongelelea hiyo kitu tena. Don't do that again.
And so that is the fear we have for the people. Like right now I'm seated next to you, I know you on a personal level. That is the fear I have for you as a person that is spearheading one of the, or not really spearheading, but the person that is in. I don't want to use terms that might but as a person that is inside, as a Gen Z that is inside this movement, the fear we have right now, I'm speaking to you as a sister, I'm speaking to you as the parents, because I see parents crying and asking their Gen Zs to relent. What is holding you back, or rather what is that push that is making you guys not relent?
I saw a brother's brain scatter in front of Parliament. So I can't go back from that. You can't unsee that. And it's a fight you started together. This was your brother, you're in this fight together. So you're going all through to the end. Yeah, you're finishing this fight for a brother. And we believe we were in the right cause. We were fighting for a right thing. If you're fighting for a right thing, when you stop, what does that mean? You've given up. Yeah, so we are not giving up with what is right. We are pushing forward. Even after those people were shot, because it is in media, this is speculation. Kwa media, videos are there, evidences are there. These people were shot by snipers, whom we have videos of those snipers.
And to think it
on
was
my
not
personal account, on my personal account, I have photos of 4 police officers, and one even called. I was somewhere. Apart from being in politics and production, me uza machine za tractors za kujenga barabara, excavators, rollers. So I was in Migori somewhere selling some machine, and I was called. Nikaambiwa, "Wewe kijana, unajua hiyo kitu umeweka kwa TikTok yako inaweza fanya nini sahi?" Na wakani confirm na jina yangu official, si jina ya TikTok, jina official ya ID. Nikamwambia, "Huyo sio mimi." Na nikakata simu. Na hiyo kitu bado iko kwa hiyo account. hiyo kitu bado iko kwa hiyo account. Yeah, because we've reached a point where we've seen a lot of us disappear in our midst. That we don't fear disappearing anymore. We don't fear telling them this if they watch this. We don't fear them taking us where they usually take our brothers when you wamechukua. Because one instance, the Kware story. How do you believe that a single man single-handedly killed all those people, dumped the bodies in a quarry, and then this man escapes in a prison?
A serial
and he goes missing and he's never been found, and we don't know where he is.
Aliambia polisi nitakurusha kware, akaachiliwa.
How do you believe such a story?
So for you that is a cooked story. It's ni kipindi.
Hii ni show. Ile ni msee walipata tu pale wakampea kado kidogo, kufia ngori, akaingia ndani. If government wants to find you, they will find you. Wanajua vile wanatupatanga, kwani si wanatupatanga aje wakitutafuta. Wanaweza pata au mtu. Yeah, so the quarry is a cooked story. Mademu wetu waliuliwa wengi sana. And stories are there, people are missing. 30 days later, bodies are being found in city mortuaries. Zinasema they were not registered. Zingine hadi zinapatikana mpaka saa hii.
It is a sad state of affair, and where we are leading. Now tell us about your politics, where you want to go, where you're seeing the nation, your dreams, how far you've gone. Just break it through for us. Wacha tuelewe Fusa. Tunaenda na Fusa wapi?
Oh, now Fusa. Fusa is just a very interesting political idea, because Fusa is not me. Fusa is a team. We are a team of currently we are a team of
what is Fusa? Is it an initial or it's
Fusa? Fusa came in 2016 nikiwa theater. I was in theater with my friends. Kuna hii inaitwa nilikuwa napenda kujiita The Liger, even my film production. Yeah, inaitwa The Liger. The Liger is an offspring between a tiger and a lion. Yeah. When we talk of now the scientific term, we talk of now the Pantaphosa, Panthera. So Pantaphosa. So Fusa from Pantaphosa. So the liger. So that is what derived that name. So it's a mixture of a breed between a lion and a tiger. So we are trying to mix these two characters to make one character. Yeah, because
that's a strong force.
Yeah. Fusa now Fusa force. Yeah.
Now, okay. Tell us about Fusa, where Fusa is headed, what Fusa is all about, and the dreams of Fusa, and how we can help. You can summarize for us.
Fusa has a lot of.
It's quite passionate to carry.
Yeah. But so Fusa, Fusa is the political vehicle that we are going with. Naitwa Fusa, Martin Fusa. And the team saw that Fusa is a very good name, because going for this political seat wasn't my personal choice. Mimi tu kuamua, we sat. Mimi niliambia watu wawili watatu, naona we can change here and there. And these people wakakuja wakaniambia, by then wewe tunaona unaweza kuwa mtu mzuri hapo. So we sat, discussed, and we have a team, tukaelewana. You will be the face. So I'm only here as the face. But there's a bigger team, and I'll be very specific, a bigger youth team behind me. Wenye atunge waleta hapa wote waongea behalf of Fusa. Yeah. So as for Fusa, we are currently looking at Nairobi. That is Nairobi politics generally. How it is run, because we believe Nairobi is the capital. Now when you change the capital, impacting the other area is very easy. You see? Now for Nairobi, we are going for where I come from, that is Umoja 2. But as a team, we have every station a representative. So we have, when we come to Juja, we have a person who is vying for MP seat in Juja. When we go to Makadara, we have a person in Makadara vying for another seat there. Yeah. So as I represent here as Fusa, I represent a larger team. Yeah. We have a governor in Bomet, we have a senator in Kakamega, we have a women rep in Bungoma. So yeah, those are the teams that we run. So for me personally, as Team Fusa, we are going for Umoja 2. That is Embakasi West constituency. It is Umoja 2 for me because that is where I have been ever since I stepped my foot in Nairobi. Though I have been on and off, staying in different areas. I've seen the issues of Umoja 2. I have lived.
That is where you understand.
Yes, I have lived the problems of Umoja 2 from inadequacy of things like water. You see, that is a very big issue. Yenye tukiliza anybody coming from Umoja 2 area, that is the first thing atakwambia. You see, so such things I have lived them.
For a town that has been there for a very long time, Umoja should not be one of the. We should not be talking about it.
Now that is what I was telling you. And then, you know, for us, me growing up, I was hearing something called cartel, and I was wondering, what is this? You see? But I've come to understand it is not a cooked word. Where there's smoke, there's fire. These people are there. And for people of Umoja 2, there's cartelism in water. These people will cut water provision intentionally so that their vendors can sell you water. You see? Now they are doing business. So unless you are able to deal with such people, then you will not be able to deal with the issue of water shortage. You see? So in every situation that the people of the residents of Umoja 2 are facing, I believe I have faced them and I know them one by one, and I know where these problems are coming from, and I know, as someone who has gone through the 844 system, someone who has gone through university education, and I've done a very good area where I learn about my politics and the management of my community. I believe I can bring a lot of change in that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wishing you well in that journey.
Yes, and
let me not summarize
and now personally, as I speak to the residents of Umoja 2 now directly, because maybe one person or maybe two people will be watching us. Yeah. So we are coming. We've been there. We have seen a number of you, those issues that you go through, and we know them. We've lived them. They've disturbed us. And now it's time that we've decided, let's make a change. So we are here. If you have a solution, if you have any idea of a problem in your society, in your area, in your estate, ile yenye unaona hii mwesha jai angalia, hii mse wetu ajai angalia, hii leader wetu ajai angalia, let's talk. Nowadays we live in a communicating society. You communicate, you pass your message, you state your issue, then we see how we can solve it. Therefore, we are saying as Team Fusa, we are coming for Umoja, and especially we are coming to rescue Umoja youths. We know you have been, we've not been working with your area representatives as required, but now we want to change that, and we want to bring all the possibilities that you've been thinking of. Team Fusa.
Team Fusa. So now you said that you are not politicians. You are leaders, the youthful leaders.
Yeah.
So talk to the youths. Just in summary, in brief, just tell the youth something, the youths that are planning to get into politics and maybe are confused or are afraid, and the youths that you want to mobilize to join leadership spaces, because we need to make a big change and we need to let our leaders rest, our politicians rest, our old politicians rest, and the country to be taken over by the youth. Tell them.
Hey.
All that you have to say, hata kama ni unamaliza kesho, but waambia vijana.
If you've noticed, I'm passionate about youth leadership because I'm a youth. and I've been in leadership, and I know what a youth can do when placed in a position of leadership. As youths out there, now I'm not talking only to in my area, but generally, I've told you we have people in Kakamega, we have people in Mombasa, Nyeri, everywhere we have a representation. I'm talking to every youth out there. If you feel, if you believe you can take this mantle, if you believe you can lead this country to a better future, because that is what we are looking for. We're looking for a nation whereby our children will find something better. Our children and our great grandchildren will find a country which they will be happy to live in. They will be glad, our ancestors did a good job. We don't want to live a country whereby, yesterday I was somewhere and someone was saying, vijana wetu siku hizi wanasema tu, wewe time wazee wenzako walikuwa wanatengeneza pesa ulikuwa wapi? We don't want to leave such a country to our children and to our grandchildren. We want to live a country which everybody is proud of, a country which everybody likes to associate with. Now even the outside world fears associating with Kenya. I don't want to go deeper into that, but let's build a country that even the other country waki-associate na Kenya, they feel Kenya is a good country, Kenya is a better country, Kenya is a country that I will not go to and get abducted, Kenya is a country that I will not go to and get shot on the street and nothing will be done or no justice will be brought to it. So that is the country that we want to build as youths. That is the country that we were taught in our schools that should be existing. But the country that we are seeing here as youth is not the country that we want. So as youths out there, if you're not vying, support a youth who is vying in your area. Support a youth who maybe has told you, I have this vision. We have some of our representative, like we have someone called Mabona. He's from Western. He has already taken his area and he's going for MP. A youth, very young age. So we want to take these things as early as now. Early preparation is very important. So siseme bado ni mapema, ati bado najitayarisha, hapana. Start now, prepare yourself, go for the ground, and if you do that, utaipata. That is my advice. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Fusa, for your time.
Thank you very much.
I hope it was worthwhile coming here. And we really, I am humbled to have hosted you. I know you're doing great, and you're doing greater things, and you're going to be great up on Mbele. And I'm wishing you all the best. And I can't just say thank you enough.
It's okay.
And thank you for our crew for also the good job done. And for you viewers, thank you so much for your continued support, for watching and for commenting. You guys are the reasons we are here. So thank you so much for your support. Until next time, bye-bye. I was your host, Rosa Nyarath.